Stuff everywhere. Okay. So one thing I'm going to start looking for on Marketplace is just a large desk area. Like I'm talking like a 10-foot by 4-foot space. I just need more space. Or I should just clean the space I have. This is a travesty here. So hi. Oh, look at my hair. Oh my, I took a nap today and yeah. Mm-hmm. What's a man gonna do? So Lamart is just about finished. Not much left really to do other than I'll put a little tiny bit of wash in there where his feet are. There's some dirt. I'll do the sepia wash. Or how about just some skeleton host, huh? Contrast. It doesn't matter really. I just cooked some chicken for the week. And Lamar, I gave him a varnish. I kind of retouched his red on his shoulder pad with corn red. I'm a little happier with it. There we go. And I think he looks pretty good. The last step here is to give him a little bit of tuft action. So, if you've been around, you kind of know what the tufts are that I use. A good Army Painter product that I'm pretty happy with. I forget which one this is. This particular shade of green. That's not okay at all. Add tripod to list of things that I need. I'm using a selfie stand that's not really meant for this and is trying to do this job on a very messy area that's not really clean or optimized in any way whatsoever. Oh my god. Ay, ay. Tape. So I need to add a cell phone tripod to my list of things that need purchasing. My friends. So even if I just decided to go, in fact, I have decided to go with just a cell phone because this really does look good. Probably the best I can get my hands on for now. No need to spend $300 on a camera when I have something that does the job like this, right? And it's getting my thigh in the cam. Let's see here. Okay. All right, selfie stick taped down. Let me add a second piece of tape. Okay. I will add that to my list of things to purchase on the soon. a little bit of nudity involved here on my show tonight. At least that answers one question. Am I wearing clothes? I lost my tweezers. I threw them when my phone fell. They were in my hands for a moment, and now they are gone. Oh, there they are. What do you think of this this new angle here, brother? Looks pretty good, right? Why would there be tufts on ruins? Because they grow in, like, the cracks. Yeah, yeah. This is just my cell phone, kind of in play. I added some tufts of grass to grow in the grass, in the cracks of the rocks. He's done. Lamart A is fini. Oh. There we go. I need to put a fresh piece of tape where the base should be. Okay. All right. So, Lamart is done. Not awful. Not bad. The lighting is weird. I mean, the lighting is intense now. It really, really lights it up well. Maybe I should figure out how to turn down the intake of light on my camera, on my phone. Yeah. You know, it took me several tries today to get this to work the way I want it to work. So all I really need to do now is kind of drop the level of light saturation, which will then help you see the details better. We'll try it with a red model. Yeah, you can see clear. Looks good. Okay, so I was also let me put him to the finished section. I was working on my list today, figuring out what I want to do for a list. And I want to use the Assault of Angels, I think it's called, detachment, which is trying to get around all of my peripherals here. It's the one where in a 2,000 point game, 2 units can go up into space and come back down. So at the end of his turn, they can go up, then back down on my turn. Every turn they can do that, which is kind of powerful. So I need to build an army that can do that well. You know, so I'm kind of focusing on assault marines, dropping my tanks. So here's what I have. My 2 10-man Death Company squads. which you've been watching me kind of work on, with Lamart and Astro Wrath the Grim. 3 Assault Intercessor squads with chaplains, which are really powerful. Get this over here a bit. And I have 2 5-man foot Assault Intercessors, so I might combine that into one, because I also have a foot priest, which I'm going to be playing. I'll probably put them into one 10-man unit, and he'll join them, and they will just kind of follow into the fray and take the center objective. I have 2 5-man Vanguard vet squads, a 5-man intercessor squad for sticky objectives. I have the Sanguinor and Dante. Dante will join one of the Vanguard vets. I have a squad of scouts. And that is all I have. So I have a really nasty 10, 20, 35, 40-man assault force. 10, 20, 35, 40-man assault force, which is nasty, with 5 chaplains, Sanguinor and Dante, just raining hell upon people. And supported by 10, 15, 20 Marines and 5 scouts with a priest in there too. Kind of working as objective grabbers and stuff, doing all the busy work. Because my flaw in my army building early in the 9th edition, 10th edition, was focusing on hard-hitting stuff, and I ended up having to use some of my expensive hard-hitting squads to go and do monkey work, grab objectives and stuff. And they weren't really good at that because they were expensive. So I had one expensive unit doing what 2 cheap units could do, but 2 cheap units could do twice as much, you know? So that was a lesson I had to learn, that in this new edition of the game, it's worth it to take the squads, the cheaper squads. You have to have them. So, the good thing is you can get bunches of them. So I have 10, 15, 20, 25 dudes running around with a priest helping them out. Kind of holding, taking, sitting on objectives and doing busy stuff. Because as I said yesterday in one of my answers, somebody asked me a question, that's like the third element of the game, is you have to be prepared to do the busy work. Speaking of busy work, tonight I want to get done putting decals on my Death Company squads. So I use a little cup, like a little Tupperware thing, and I spray the water into like the divided area in the center there. Let me see. Give me a blade that's not broken. That one looks good. Excuse me. Thank goodness they included 4,000 Death Company Angel Wings. I'm not going to get into the rant tonight. So right now I'm just cutting the things off. I'm not using my cut space. I want to... Oh, that was only 4. I have this nice little velvety surface down to help get contrast here, so that the camera can latch on to the images that I'm painting. So what I did was I already went through and I pre-varnished all of the shoulders of the Death Company with gloss varnish. You can see it there. And I have my red and my blue micro sol and micro sets. So if you're using decals, you pretty much must have these things. They're wonderful. Micro set is the first one. When you put it on, you put the micro set onto the surface that you're applying the decal to. Then you put the decal onto it. Then you apply another layer of the micro set. Then after that, it's going to cause it to kind of bubble up and stuff. And when that's dry, you put on micro sol, which will really cause it to bubble up. And the micro set makes it kind of adhere. And then the micro sol will dissolve away the plastic film that the ink is on, leaving behind just the ink. Honestly, they don't look great on camera. You can't really see all that pixelation you see in the gray. It looks a lot better than that in person. So, let's see if I can do this without spilling my micro set and my micro sol. Oh, it slipped right off the thing. Oh no. It slipped off from the paper. Huh. Trying to recover it. Come back to me, baby. Oh no. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover this one. Maybe. Maybe. I'm wrestling with this thing trying to get it to unfold. Oh, I had it for a second. If this is the way this is going to happen, I don't know. It just folded right in half. Yeah, there ain't no recovering that. Yeah, they all popped right off. I need to use less time. This could be a problem. Ah. Come on. Ah, got one down. Lost the first two already. They separated from the paper, began floating, and what I should have done was just grab the paper to pull them up and out. Okay. See, the paper, now I can grab them off the paper. See, I just kind of use the side of the brush. Or I didn't put the micro set on there. Quickly, put some on. So then you gotta just tease it into place where you want it to finally be. I kind of like the decals. I like they add a nice striking kind of look to the finished model. But then they start get this particular this they must have changed how they make them. They're acting really weird. I mean, what they're really doing is being really good. They're doing their job really fast, which is not normally what they do. I'm used to having to really wrestle with them. So now what I really have to do is just kind of get them in place fast and stop touching them. Gotta cut some more. I lost 2. Oh. I'll do less at a time so as not to let the decals soak for too long. Okay. Oh my god, they come off so fast. Wow. They pop right off. I think I just lost another one. This is going to be a new learning curve to get used to. They just pop right off the paper. See, I used the paper to save it from the floating water. Two at a time. That's it. I'll prep the set for two of them. Yeah, they are ready. Like, that is a matter of seconds versus what used to be minutes. Get the grass out of you. And you literally get seconds to play with it before it starts to adhere. So when you finally put that decal down, you better know where it's going. You won't get long to play around with it. Can't see anything. They changed how they make these for sure. I'm not used to having to wrestle with these like this. I'm going to see if I can just tease that first one off the paper already. Look at that, comes right off. I was in there for like, what, 20 seconds maybe? A little off, I don't really have time to play around. This is going faster than I anticipated. Oh, I'm going to rip him off that base. You're already done. Over halfway done? Nope. Just that halfway. 10. Okay. I'm glad I can distract you well. So if I had to guess, looking at like the artwork from these, I would say, oh, you know what? Those last three were bigger. Ha ha. No wonder they were so big. If I had to guess, I would say that um, they actually put them on because you see like overlapping images on some of the decals. So I bet they put them on, varnished them, then put little like blood drops over the angel wings to create those multi-layered effects. In a way to kind of make it look like there's more variety in this box than there actually is. I just know I'm going to spill that blue stuff. Well, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, About 20 seconds. That's all it takes. They're done. For this, I found that just a flat brush of any quality works perfectly. The flat brush works like a shovel to scoop it off the paper. Unfortunately, when I'm done with these, that ends my death company work for the night because really you can't touch them again until the next day. So maybe I'll work on Astro. You really just gotta not touch them. So the good news here with the camera thing is that I don't have to worry about buying that $350 document cam. That is not necessary. Because the cell phone just gets the job done. So once I've got them all down, I'm going to then put the red on. Then they just sit overnight, and that film dissolves away, leaving behind the color, which should kind of look like it's been just painted on. John Steining, my friend, is a master at that. Last two. This one a whole lot. Well, what was it, 40 minutes or so? Oh, I'm so going to rebase so many of these guys. Going to rip them right off those stupid rocks they're tiptoeing on. Suleiman, hello. Yeah, the decals are they're a lost art. You know, people 10 years ago really avoided them or not, or they used them really badly. They looked terrible. So the first thing you have to do is that they have kind of a shiny finish to them. So you need to put a gloss varnish down on the surface, which will kind of match out the shininess of the decal. And then you have to use this decal solvent that I'm using. It's like a miracle. It really is. And that'll take away a lot of the extra film that surrounds the decal, so you don't get like a shiny shadow around them. Then finally, you hit them with another varnish, which just kind of hides them. So if done right, you really shouldn't be able to see any kind of shiny halo around them. There we go. Done with the blue. Now let me get it without spilling it. Once I finally get that top on, I breathe easy. Hi, Frankie Fingers. Yeah, I'm gonna put the rest of these that I already cut up here. And that was kind of what happened early on with me personally. I was putting them on my models and just I hated them so much so that I started hand painting my own images and stuff on my minis. Okay, here comes the red. This is Micro Sol, and this stuff is kind of lather it on there. Working my way down the line. Yeah, some of these guys got really huge ones because I didn't realize there was two different sizes when I was cutting them out. If you're popping in the YouTube chat, hop over to Twitch. Join the chat here because I can't really see you commenting over there. If you're here for the first time, thank you. Hit that follow button. Consider using that Amazon sub. Consider becoming my sub. Like Lamart has. If you're really froggy, scroll on down. There's my little donate buttons. All the money I get from those is coming right back to the channel in either giveaway form or equipment to make this better. Maybe I'll hire a cleaning lady to come in and clean this travesty. That one was a bit crooked. That's okay. All right. Get that cover back on, nice and safe. Done. All right. Now, next step. What do I feel like doing? A little change of pace, maybe? How about I work on him? My little assault intercessor sergeant with a power fist. He has had the airbrushing done, and I went in and I painted the recessed areas between the armor plates black. So now he's just ready for some washing and some highlights. Yeah, I think so. You're on, friends. You got it. So when I do my red, after the airbrushing, I really just kind of go back in with the first color, or the last color I use for airbrushing. And I do a highlight. And this is Cote d'Arms, blood red, which I have kind of watered down. Or use a glaze medium to kind of thin it down a bit. But it's not, so a lot of the glaze medium kind of squeezed out. I need to mix it some more, I guess. Get rid of that. Grab another one. Shake it up good. That's a little better. Alright, so here's where my feathering kind of happens, and this brush is terrible at that. I'm going to switch. We'll see if this one's any better. You kind of want a stiffer detail brush. Because what I'm doing is I put the color right on the tip. And I lay that down on the edge of the armor plate. And then I kind of push down the brush on the bristles so that the bristles kind of flare out a bit. Then I scumble that back and forth. And that creates a nice little feathering effect. It's called scumbling. I'm a scumbler. And it works pretty well. You can see now just that quick little transition there I'm getting on the bottom edge of that plate, kind of up into the nothingness of the higher edge of the plate. Sometimes it leaves a little bit rough red, which is not bad. It creates like a light ripple effect. The best part of watching me paint is that I've made all the mistakes already for you. I'm here to validate your mistakes for you. It's okay. I've done it. And I've worked my mistakes into my painting technique. Let me pop on over to YouTube, see if anyone has commented there. Negative. Okay, good. I love when my old YouTube subs come back. When they find me again. After years of being lost. So this guy apparently got a really fancy set of armor for a sergeant. This armor came out of the Company Heroes box set. And it's pretty fancy. He could also double as a lieutenant. But that would probably never happen because if I'm going to play a lieutenant, I'm going to play him with a storm shield. My only real advice I can give you with painting red is just be confident and apply it and then let it be. When you go back in and touch it again, you mess it up. And red needs time to kind of get used to where it is and be happy. Don't worry, let it do its thing. It's working. It just needs a little bit of time to adjust. And it will. It's easy to make that mistake. So resist the temptation to go right in there and try and push it around to make it look better. Because it will look okay. See that I just scumbled the edge of that backpack? My ears are ringing, more so than usual. I've had tinnitus my whole life. Well, not my whole life. Most of my life. I don't typically do the Power Fist red, or blue I mean, on my red armor. So now I'm going to just let him sit. I'm not going to touch him anymore with the red. I'll let that kind of mature a bit and cure. So, busy work. Let's see. So there's a couple of nubs. Yeah, there must be a bit. Because look, he's missing an armor plate. See this armor plate here? It's missing here. So somewhere in the sprue, there must be an armor bit that goes here. And I don't care. He's just a sergeant anyway, so. A word bearer. Oh no. See, that's where I need Painter Girl because she knows the lore, and I don't know the lore. So I don't know if Lorgar was good or bad. Was he a chaos dude? Look, my phone kind of becomes a teleprompter. Don't reprimand me. Why was he the only actually evil character? He was a Primarch. How was a Primarch evil? Right, he was a Primarch. Negative. So I guess I originally intended this guy to be a lieutenant. But then realized that there's no reason to have a power fist lieutenant because you take the option with the mastercrafted power sword, relic blade or power sword, either one, storm shield, and Volkite pistol. And because the mastercrafted sword does the same damage as a power sword, and it gets like +2. So you're really gonna you don't the power fist doesn't really do anything for you other than subtract attacks. So there's no reason to have a power fist on lieutenant in lieu of the storm shield. Because you're just kind of taking away your own attacks. Yeah, that bottle of Iron Hall Grey has seen its last legs, I think. Oh, yay! I heard that. Are you guys getting an echo? Thank you for following. You got a dancing Jawa. Doesn't it make you happy? Because let me answer that. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's up here, being the camera. So because to get like 2 extra points of strength, you have to give up the invulnerable save. You lose the storm shield. And what I found was that most times strength 10 versus like strength 7 or 8, what is it? 7, strength 7 on the charge for Blood Angel with the Mastercrafted Power Sword. You're still only wounding on 3s on most stuff. You know, you're not going to you don't get much of a bonus with that strength 10. So on most things, the little bit of extra strength is irrelevant. So you get an extra attack instead, and the power shield or the storm shield. What is that? Got water on there or something. It's not a fallback, it's a tactical withdrawal. So, if you must have strength 10, then the fist, of course, but I prefer the storm shield in strength 7. Because again, you're still wounding most stuff on 3s. Lethal hits, yeah. Alright, what color should I paint that robe thing between his legs? His towel. The holy towel of Terra. I was going to suggest black and white checks. I mean, that's why they have black and white checks, just to punish themselves for being so awful. I'm tempted to get on the airbrush, mask the legs a bit, and then airbrush. You know what? Hmm. I'm gonna do black with a bit of gray. How about let's see how the Black Templar works out, huh? We'll see if the little bit of red highlighting there, that kind of oversprayed, will show through as a highlight with the Black Templar contrast paint. Fun game. What's the worst that happens? I just do it again. Yeah, I don't know what model this actually was supposed to be. He was from the Company Heroes box set. All right, let's see how that contrast paint settles in. Yeah, Matt, I made my opinions on the upgrades brew very clear. um, they really dropped that ball. Oh, I forgot to do the upper part of the robe. Where did it go? I need someone to stand here and watch where I just put the paint when I. It was right there. It didn't go anywhere. You know what I miss the most is the nipples on the Blood Angel's armor. I mean, talk about a reason to puff out your chest. I'd be so proud. I'd be walking around going, cha-ching! Look at my armor. Yeah, I know. I can't allow myself to succumb to that thought process, friends. I've already given into the chaos. I felt myself being pulled to chaos, but I refuse to give in anymore. It is what it is. There's no changing it. No amount of feedback or input is going to have any effect whatsoever. So it's simply just time to accept and move on and do what we got to do. They don't care. If they cared, it wouldn't have been a problem. Somehow they got it in their heads that it would save some money or something. Which ones are the word bearers? Are they the guys with the Egyptian looking helmets? Wasn't that the World Eaters? Red and gold. Which one became corn? The World Eaters became corn. Which one was Horus's? Yeah, I listened to the first up to like Eisenhorn, but or read them, but that was back in like pre-Sun, so like 2007 or 8. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to get it. I'll get it on Audible. I'll get the first book and just start listening to them on Audible. I have like 6 or 8 credits, and just get them. I wonder if I'll get a copyright ding if I listen to that while I'm painting miniatures, huh? All right. So now I'm just laying in my little red shadow. Yeah, I just don't know much about all the lore. Elementor's still Blood Angel's offshoot chapter. Because they weren't at first, right? They only became like a Blood Angels chapter, like fifth edition or so, right? Or were they always? Sometimes I just need to be quiet and paint. Shut up and paint. You know, I never paint those buttons on their wrists. I got more important things to paint than buttons. Maybe I'll have to paint some word bearers. So the fifth edition was when they finally admitted that the Lamenters were actually Blood Angels. I've always kind of wanted to do a Chaos Army. I almost dove into Khorne. All right. He's ready for a base, yeah? A little recycled base. You see, I still think that a lot of them can still be redeemed. It's not their fault. They were misled. Thank you, word bearer. Here's his squad. Ugh. He leads these guys. Go, go, go. Yeah, they've even got nicely painted little chain swords with warning stripes on them just so that you don't have to get too close. Maybe it's like a psychological thing, the hazard stripes on the chain swords, to let you know that your doom is upon you. It's a little late to start worrying about the fact that you're about to be cut in two. The hazard stripes are just calling you out. Not sure if you see what I'm doing here. I wonder who put the first hazard stripe on a chain sword. I bet you our lore master could find that out. My back is sore. My time is short tonight. I actually got a lot accomplished. So my question is, should I boycott? Because I was just looking at my list and I decided to add a priest to my list to lead the assault intercessors on foot as like a second assault wave on objectives and hold them. So my should I go with the one I've already painted or should I buy the new one? Which one is the Iron Warrior? I mean, I know because I've already got one. I'm not particularly happy with his painting, but he's already got everything that the new model has. So why would I bother giving them another $40 when I'm angry with them? Maybe that would be my $40 boycott. I will give in to the Black Rage and not buy the model. You know, I almost gave into today. I saw a commercial for Applebee's. You know, right? I almost gave in for like boneless wings because I do love Applebee's boneless wings. I almost. Iron Warriors were how do you say that? Perturberos. Perturberos. I think I have another squad of these painted someplace. I hope so. I don't want to paint more of these guys. I need 10 of them. So I'm going to have to decide, is the double death of 2 full Death Company squads with Lamartez and Astro worth it? Because that's, what is that, 230, 340 points ish. That's my Vindicator and my um, Gladiator, which I really love that combo. So I'd have to kind of figure out what's the better use. What would be the better choice? The 2 tanks or that 10-man squad? I think in the grand scheme of things, that 10-man squad will probably kill a whole lot more than those 2 tanks. Time we got here? It's 8:30. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of good. But there's just something I love about putting that Vindicator on the table or waiting until the end to put it on the table, knowing that my opponent is just afraid of it. You know, just knowing that fear factor is sitting there. Um, if you look back, did I do a video of the hazard stripes? I did. I did. Look back in my older videos there, Frankie. Um, I airbrushed and I did the hazard stripes on a video. Maybe it was for the no, I did a hazard stripes for this, for the turret on that speeder. So look for the Hobby Night videos, and you'll see where I did that. Yeah, they look really sharp when the whole army is done. Yeah, they look good when you just have a whole army of them. Let me see, can I? You know, they just look really kind of striking. More hazard stripes. Careful. Death is about. Careful. Your doom is upon you. In case that's not enough doom for you, here comes more doom. So much doom, I need 2 hands at a time. This is a whole lot of choppy death. There's more. But wait. There's more. I've run out of space. Yeah, there's that glitch again with the camera. That must be my phone. That weird graphics glitch. You know, because I zoomed out and it wasn't doing that until I messed with the phone. Anyway, so this is going to end things for me tonight. I thought I'd show this off. So talk about my general. So my list now. So as of right now, it's got Dante, Dante and the Sanguinor, Astro and Le Martes, 3 chaplains, and a sanguinary priest. That's a whole lot of points on characters. So if I go up against a dude that has the character, whatever, kill the characters, he's gonna get some points. But then I have 3 assault intercessor squads with jump packs, 1 for each of the chaplains, 2 10-man death company squads for each of the characters, and 2 squads of 5 Vanguard vets. 1 5-man squad will join Dante, and the other one will just jump off and be a support squad and fast-moving objective monkeys. And then I have a squad of 5 intercessors, 2 5-man squads of assault intercessors, though I might combine them into one and attach the priest to them, and a squad of scouts. And that's about 40, 10, 20, 35, 40 assault marines. Uh-oh, looks like the feed cut out. Is it back? So about 10, 20, 35, 40 assault marines, 5 assault characters, plus another 10 foot assault marines, and a bunch of objective gravity stuff. So it should be a lot of fun to play. We shall see. All right, friends. So since now we're starting to glitch out, I'm going to call it quits for the night. So have a great night. Thanks for coming in and joining me painting. And I will see you all soon. Definitely this coming Thursday. No, not definitely. My brother's going to be in town. I'll probably come on for a little bit this coming Thursday. About an hour or so. But my brother will be in town, so we'll be hanging out. Maybe. So Thursday hobby night is questionable. I need to finish that speeder. And then I'm going to start a series of how to play videos. So I'll probably start doing that. Maybe now that I'm free on Wednesdays, I'll do it Wednesdays. So Wednesday nights, I'll probably start doing how to play 40K. So I need to kind of look at a curriculum for that myself and figure that out. There's a whole lot of how to and where to start kind of stuff. So I'll probably just start from what makes most logical sense for me. And I'll keep those at about an hour a piece on Wednesdays. So there you go. That's the future plans for me. I'm still trying to get those the equipment up and running. Look at this glitching stuff. I don't know what's going on there. We'll see. So anyway, thanks for being here, my friends. And I appreciate you all, and I will see you all very soon.